Hello, everyone. I, Megha Ahuja, welcome you all to Sashakt Dialogues, an attempt by Sashakt, the Ovarian Cancer Foundation, to break the silence and start meaningful conversations to combat unjustified cancer related stigmas. So, for this special episode, in which we are going to discuss the stigma, cancer is a curse and a result of past sins, we have two wonderful guests with us today. Sneha Rotre, founder Snehi Grameen Foundation and a cancer crusader, and Kumu Bhatnagar, founder Jagriti Leela Memorial Foundation. Hi Sneha, hi Kumu, welcome to the show.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
After the initial shock of being diagnosed with cancer, patients often ponder what they have done to get cancer. At times, they themselves believe, or people around them make them believe, that it is a curse or a result of past sins. Starting with you, Sneha, did you have to face this at the time of your cancer diagnosis?
No, I didn't face the situation. But I can say neither cancer is a curse nor it results of past life. It's just a disease and it can happen to anybody else like an accident. So causes of a cancer are different things like poor health, poor lifestyle, lack of physical activity, poor nutrition food, and sometimes it's also genetic. These are the causes where cancer disease happen, but this is not a cause or past life results, nothing like that. And I can say this is the just like another disease like fever and cold cough and any chronic diseases like diabetic and it can happen to anybody else. So I am not accept this sentence that it is a curse or a result of past life.
I'm so glad that you got an atmosphere where you didn't have to face it. But there are a lot of times where, specifically if we talk about rural areas or small cities, uh, people take it as a curse. Like people think that they must have done something wrong to deserve it. So,
Yes.
coming to you, Kumu, you've been actively working for cancer awareness. Have you come across people who face such stigma, and what do you think? How prevalent is the stigma, and how does it affect the patients?
Hi, first of all, thank you so much for inviting us on this platform. It's a very noble cause, and it is our pleasure to be here. As far as the prevalent stigma is there, uh, I feel that yes, it is there with the people when they get diagnosed with the whether whatever the stage it is, first stage, second stage, or third stage. The first thing comes into the mind that what people think about it and how we face people because now we have got diagnosed with this. आई नो कि हाँ ऐसी सिचुएशंस बहुत आई हैं लोगों के साथ क्योंकि जब ये एक पहली चीज आती है आते ही कहीं ना कहीं एक वो डर एक टेरर डेफिनेटली इट इज देयर कि क्योंकि ये डिजीज नाम लेते ही कैंसर बोलते ही ऐसा लगता है कि आई डोंट नो कि क्या जो हो गया है तो अब क्योंकि मेडिकल इतना इम्प्रूव हो चुका है I feel people are also confident about, they have their confidence on the medical treatments today's time that they can survive happily. And it is like the other disease also. Like the other diseases are also like cancer only means they are going to the treatments. It depends again on the stages also. So they should not think much about the people. They should focus on ourselves. They should be more self-motivated.
Exactly. As a society, we need to understand. We need to like normalize cancer as much as possible, because if we do that, it'll make the struggle of people much less than what they have to face right now because of the social pressure involved. I remember a survivor shared with me once that if she was standing on her balcony and her neighbor's mother in law used to come out, she used to make a face and turn back as if she's seen something inauspicious. And it made me wonder what kind of society we are. Sneha, as per you, how justified it is to exclude or mistreat someone only because they have cancer?
I think education is the main thing to transform this society. Because of lack of education and lack of knowledge, people are saying these kind of comments. In my opinion, cancer is neither a communicable disease nor it is a contagious disease. So we should avoid these kind of comments and we should discourage this kind of comments. We should make a very healthy environment and create a healthy environment to patient.
That's very true. So education is the key. We need to educate more and more
Yes,
people that uh,
yes,
we
yes,
have to treat anybody with cancer with love and care, because that's only the thing. They don't need pity. They don't need any sort of mistreatment. They just need the love and care at that time. Coming to you, Kumu, cancer is a hereditary disease as well. At times, it's even considered as a generational sin, which makes even the children of cancer patients face the stigma that they're going to be inflicted with cancer. What is your take on this?
See, my mom had cancer. She diagnosed the final stage of cancer and she could not survive. And till the time I was with her. And during that period only, I got little pain. So when I, got to get my test is done. So finally, I have come to know that after the mammography that I have two fibroids on my right breast. So after that, my family got conscious, because the people have heard that it is a hereditary. So, but I believe, like since then, since 2015, I'm having two fibroids on my right breast. But it is okay now. It is no problem I'm facing, and it is nothing about worry about it. It's malignancy, no malignancies. Because when it is, get deep into your brain that no, it is hereditary, so I'll definitely get this. I feel a little bit different of this. I may not have that stage.
That's very, very true.
So,
Both my parents are cancer survivors. That doesn't mean that we are going to get it too. But if we get it, it's okay. It can happen to anyone despite the fact their parents had it or didn't have it.
yeah.
The only thing
And
children need to know is that children of the cancer patients need to know is that they just need to be aware about the symptoms and they just need to be more kind of vigilant about their body. So, and that is true for each and every person. So if we listen to our body, we it gives us signs. So if we listen to those signs and go to the doctor at the right time, uh, it can be cured very easily. Coming to you, Sneha, sometimes it's done in the name of religion. People go for various pujas and shuddhikarans to cure their disease in place of going to the doctor. What do you have to say about this?
I think puja, prayers, and chanting, meditation, yoga, whatever you call it, this is a process or rituals to connect with the God, to connect with the universe. And this is a process where you are going to explore within yourself, within ourselves. So which through this process, of course, I can say this is my personal experience, will get courage, strength, happiness, joy, and obviously we get a fighting spirit when we face any situation of life condition force which is coming to us. We get a strength, but this is not a treatment process where I can say you go for puja or something else, you will cure cancer. I am totally not accept this point, because whenever we diagnosed with cancer, then we must go to the doctor. We follow the doctor's suggestions, the treatment protocol which given to us. We must follow the chemotherapy, radiation therapy, and the surgery, and of course the medication.
That's very true. Believing in God is good, but
Yes,
then what doctors are saying and what has to be done, we cannot, because cancer is a disease that progresses very fast. We cannot
yes,
just like delay our treatment for other things. So that is what people need to be educated, specifically in the smaller places where the first acceptance takes a lot of time that they've got cancer. They at times feel that it's not cancer, and they'll be cured by other means. Kumu, in any cancer journey, attitude plays a major role, and such beliefs can immensely harm patients' mental health, in turn, their cancer prognosis. What do we need to do as a society to break free from the shackles of such negative beliefs?
Yeah, it's very, very important. Like the attitude and behavior is very important, not only with the patients and even with everybody. If I behave wrong with anyone, whether somebody has cancer or not, whether I'm having the cancer or not, so obviously they'll feel bad. Whatever we are giving, we will get that on. So we need to be, whether, especially in case of, if we talk about the cancer patients or cancer survivors, so we need to have such environment that we can give the positivity to the patient.
Very true. What happens is at times पेशेंट खुद कोशिश कर भी रहा होता है तो आसपास के लोग ऐसा एटमॉस्फेयर क्रिएट कर देते हैं कि पेशेंट के लिए बहुत टफ हो जाता है.
फैमिली मेंबर्स को बहुत जरूरी है कि they should understand this the patient situation also, कि उसकी सिचुएशन क्या है और कितना केयर जरूरी है, सिंपैथी जरूरी है या सिंपैथी नहीं जरूरी है, या उसको क्या किस तरह से उसको ट्रीट किया जाए, since they are the family members. I have seen so many cases, I have heard about the cases like जहाँ पर husbands diagnose होते, husbands ने छोड़ दिया, जहाँ family members ignore करते हैं, जहाँ neighbors ignore करते हैं, because people feel कि इस डिजीज को भी ऐसे लिया जाता है कि कहीं जैसे काइंड ऑफ कि अगर वो उनसे बात करेंगे या उनके साथ डील करेंगे तो they might get these kind of things.
Very true. We as a society need to understand cancer is not at all the fault of any person who gets cancer. It's not at all their fault. It can happen to anyone, anytime, and it is curable in a lot of cases. It is a phase like any tough phase that comes in our life, and it will pass. So as we conclude, what are the last words of wisdom you would like to share with the cancer patients who are facing this stigma? Starting with you, Sneha.
I think those who are coping with the disease or they are surviving after this disease, they must focus in three parts, I can say, which is my experience, because after cancer, I am surviving 5 years without cancer and leading a very good life with a, I think, proactive life, with a lot of work. I am dealing with the life in a very nicely, because I am feeling, I must share my experience. You must focus on three parts: your body, your mind, and soul. First, you try to fall in love with yourself first, because as a ladies, we first ignore because of so many responsibilities and other people. But I can say first, self-love. Start self-loving yourself. Then can you give a best life to your children and husband or in-laws or friends, everything. Because you are the backbone of the family, and you can make a big difference in family as well as in society. And second thing, you first eat proper diet, proper good nutrition food, must have good nutrition food, follow for physical activities, whatever you like gym or yoga or Zumba dance, whatever you like, you must follow this for your physical activity, and have proper food. And when you comes to your mind, also you must feed your mind with your positive attitude and create a good environment, healthy environment, where you will spread happiness, and you live with a joy, with a life, with a joy. not, I can say, very peaceful, very happy and joyful life. And when you comes to the point, as I can say, whatever you can do, money is not matters, but when you can do something to the society, make our at least two people, three people, you spread your words. I am not saying that you just create cancer awareness program, whatever this nowadays. I think corona awareness is most needed. So you can aware these things. So whatever you give to the society, God is with you and it will comes back to you. And I am so lucky that I am with you, Megha and Kumu. These two ladies are doing very good work in the society, and more ladies to come to the society and spread awareness, and as well as a healthy and a happy environment and society also. So be positive and do best and give best to the life.
Thank you so much, Sneha. Coming to you, Kumu, what words of wisdom would you like to share with our audience?
You should be self-motivated. You should keep yourself busy as much as you can, because that is very, very important to be positive. As she also said, that positivity is very much important. That is the main, key of the event. And plus, they should have a proper schedule. They should keep themselves happy, and do parties, talk to your friends, and show the people that this is you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kumu and Sneha, for this insightful discussion. I'm sure our listeners are going back with changed perspectives. I hope that we progress as a society and imbibe a belief system in which cancer is considered as any other disease and not a curse. On this note, it's me, Megha Ahuja, signing off for the day. Take care and stay Sasha.